Cinema has the ability to transport us to different realities, but when that reality is based on real events, the experience becomes even more special. Over the years, several films have told true stories of extraordinary people who overcame challenges, lived epic adventures, and left a remarkable legacy. In this video, we will explore notable films that depict true events. The film Catch Me If You Can, directed by Steven Spielberg in 2002, tells the story of Frank Abagnale Jr., played by Leonardo DiCaprio. A master of forgery and fraud, the plot is set in the 1960s and portrays the incredible journey of Frank, who, before the age of 21, posed as an airline pilot, doctor, and lawyer, managing to deceive everyone with his cunning and intelligence. On the other hand, FBI agent Carl Hanratty, played by Tom Hanks, is determined to capture him. The film captivates audiences by combining moments of tension with comedic scenes. Thanks to the main character's charisma and ability to dodge difficult situations, criminal Frank was arrested a few years after committing numerous frauds and was sentenced to 12 years in prison. Released in 2011, Intouchables is a French film directed by Olivier Nakache based on the real story of Philippe Pozzo de Borgo, a quadriplegic aristocrat, and his caregiver Driss, portrayed by Omar Sy. Philippe, after an accident that left him trapped in a life limited by his disability, lives a life unable to overcome what happened to him and is constantly bothered by the people around him, who pity him, until Driss, a young man from Senegal of humble origin, comes into his life as a caregiver and helps him see things in a more relaxed and light-hearted way, helping him overcome his traumas. What makes Intouchables special is the unusual bond that forms between Philippe and Driss. While Philippe teaches Driss about art and culture, the latter brings back joy and spontaneity to the aristocrat's life. The film is a lesson in true friendship and acceptance of our human ability to overcome social and physical barriers. Directed by Sean Penn, Into the Wild is adapted from the book by John Krakauer and tells the true story of Christopher McCandless. Played by Emile Hirsch, he is a young college graduate who decides to abandon his conventional life and venture into the wilderness of Alaska. The film captures McCandless's quest for freedom and self-discovery. During his journey, he meets people who profoundly impact him and has transformative experiences. Into the Wild resonates with audiences because of its universal theme of searching for meaning and connecting with nature. Tragically, the young adventurer died on one of his adventures after eating toxic plants. His travelogue was found, and his incredible stories became public. Directed by Martin Scorsese, The Wolf of Wall Street is based on the true story of Jordan Belfort, played by Leonardo DiCaprio, an ambitious and ruthless stockbroker who builds his financial empire by living a life of excess and luxury. The film depicts the rise and fall of Belfort, exposing the excesses of the financial world and the vices of the protagonist. DiCaprio's brilliant performance and the frenetic pace of the narrative captivate the audience as we are led to question the values of a society obsessed with money and power. Released in 1997, 7 Years in Tibet is based on the memoir of Austrian climber Heinrich Harrer, played by Brad Pitt. The film depicts his journey during World War II, when he escapes from a prison camp in India and reaches Tibet, where he establishes a friendship with the young Dalai Lama. 7 Years in Tibet is a portrayal of Tibetan culture and spirituality. As Har finds wisdom and humility on a life-altering journey, the film emphasizes the importance of cultural respect and the ability to find friendship and connection in unexpected places. Released in 2016, Lion is based on the true story of Saroo Brierley, played by Dave Patel, an Indian boy who, at the age of 5, is separated from his family and, after being kidnapped and nearly sold into child trafficking, manages to escape and is adopted by an Australian couple. Years later, the desire to return and reunite with his family grows more and more. Using tools like Google Earth, Sartle decides to search for his roots and reconnect with his biological family. Released in 2000, The Blind Side is based on the real-life story of Michael Ward, a homeless teenager who is taken in by actress Sandra Bullock and her family. With the support and unconditional love from his family, Ward discovers his talent for football and reaches his full potential by securing a scholarship to a university. The film portrays Ward's transformation journey, overcoming adversities, personal problems, and challenges that life has thrown at him. Thanks to the support and trust from his family, The Blind Side is an inspiring story about the ability to give a second chance in pursuit of overcoming. Hidden Figures follows the journey of Katherine Johnson. It's a story of 3 talented women who worked as human computers at NASA during the height of the space race. These brilliant women were responsible for performing complex mathematical calculations for NASA's space program, but at the same time, they faced great difficulties in a time when women were not accepted into such high and important positions. The movie is set in a time of racial segregation and gender discrimination where opportunities for women and African Americans were extremely limited. However, these stars persevered in the face of adversity and challenges, proving their worth and significantly contributing to the success of NASA's space missions, overcoming any and every challenge thrown at them. Their story is truly inspiring. The Impossible tells the story of Maria Henry and their 3 sons, Lucas, Thomas, and Simon. The family decides to spend their Christmas vacation at a paradise resort in Thailand. However, their holiday joy is soon cut short when a massive tsunami hits the region on December 26, 2004, leaving them separated and desperately trying to survive amidst the destruction and chaos. The 2004 Thailand tsunami was one of the most devastating natural disasters in history, taking the lives of over 230,000 people across various Southeast Asian countries. In The Impossible, we are taken to the very heart of the tragedy, where we follow Maria's desperate fight to find her children and Henry's torment as he tries to locate his family amidst the devastation. The movie is intense and powerfully emotional in its depiction of the tsunami scenes, using stunning visual effects to make us feel as if we're experiencing the chaos and destruction alongside the characters. Marley and Me is a movie based on the best-selling novel of the same name written by John Grogan, released in 2008 and directed by David Frankel. This heartwarming and cohesive story is based on true events and depicts a family's journey through the years, along with their adorable but mischievous Labrador puppy named Marley. Marley and Me tells the story of John and Jennifer, played by Owen Wilson and Jennifer Aniston, a young couple who decide to start their life together. When Jennifer takes a job as a reporter, the couple decides to postpone plans to have children and instead adopt an energetic yellow Labrador named Marley. The film follows the family's life over the years, with all the ups and downs as Marley brings joy, challenges, and most of all, a lot of confusion. Through numerous hilarious and touching scenes, the audience connects with the Grogan family's journey of growing up and learning alongside their faithful 4-legged companion. Marley, despite his antics, is a constant presence in times of joy, sadness, and challenges that the family faces, showing the importance of loyalty and unconditional love that dogs are capable of offering. Have you watched any of these movies? What did you think of these amazing stories? Thanks for sticking around until the end.